Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. So I thought I would bring you guys a little spread I just found. And sorry, my hair's a mess. I just did one video and the sun's getting ready to go down here in about 40 minutes. It's about 7:59. But I found the spread yesterday and late last night, and it's been haunting me ever since. It is the Interview with the Ego spread. It is 8 cards. By far will be the largest spread I've ever done. I did already pull the cards, and it just got super windy out here, so I'm holding on to the cards on here. Oh, wow, this is crazy. Wow, got crazy windy, but I'm loving it cooled off. It was super hot today. I'm loving the coolness and just being out in nature and one with it all. It's been so long for me, and it's kind of like a neat necessity to survive. The need to be outside. And I just had all these bunnies in the yard. They were across the street, and then they came over, and one actually came up to my chair and then sat here and just stared at me, and I'm like, so cute. And I'm having a glass of wine. Arbor Mist, blackberry, my fave. Sometimes it's a little bitter, but it's delicious. Reminds me of my childhood. Not that I drank when I was a child, because I didn't. But I love blackberries. So without further ado, I did pull from my Light Seers Tarot, which is my soul deck, and my Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot, my second favorite deck. I thought it'd be interesting because I don't think I've ever paired these two together. And I was interested in seeing what they would say with two cards from the same question, how they would react differently, because I feel like they're almost the same deck, which is why I will never part from either of these two decks. These are my top 2 number 1 decks of all time. I feel like they're almost the same deck. There's just slight difference in energy. So I thought, what better, because me and the Light Seers have been through some stuff now. It's my baby, my favorite deck. It's published by Hay House. It was a indie deck at first. The Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot is an indie deck. It is out of print, sadly. I don't have the book for the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot out here. And I don't know that I'll actually read the book on my Light Seers, just because I don't necessarily know that I need the book for these. I think I just want to see what the cards will say. So, there goes another gust of wind. Before it gets any darker, any more dark, number 1, card to represent my ego. And we got Strength and the Knight of Swords. And this is almost like you need this to be this. And he's got so much strength as well. Got the wisdom with the owl behind her, and the fact that they're both female. The simple fact that this is one of my favorite strength cards ever. I am in my strength year, which I found that fascinating that that's what come up. So cards represent my ego. My ego is strong. It's overpowering at times, and that's what I feel like. That's why I have a hard time in meditation, because my ego is just, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Always on me. It's very, very strong and very forceful, which is what I'm feeling there. So that's interesting. Card 2. A lie my ego tells me. And these questions are very interesting, so I'm anxious to see. 9 of Wands and 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is the first card I ever connected with in the tarot. It is the card I look for in every tarot deck. I am inexplicably drawn to the 8 of Swords. And then the fact that we got the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is, to me, all about the struggle. They've been through the struggle. They've been through the muck. They've been through the mire, which I have. But they're still coming out on the other side. And it's almost like the ego's like, no, you can't. You can't do this. You don't have this. And the card's saying, yes, you do. You do. And especially with the 8 of Swords, it's like, It's like you're blind to the fact that you can accomplish anything if you set your mind to it. That's powerful. And I do have a couple of Eight of Swords that they're actually taking the action away. They're taking the Eight of Swords power away. They're breaking free of that blindfold, or they're breaking free of the ties that bind them. And here, all she's got to do is walk away from the ego self in the pool of the water. Interesting. So for card 3, how my ego dictates my life. I'm scared. 7 of Cups. King of Pentacles. I often feel like the King of Pentacles because I'm Virgo. I'm all about being grounded, and I'm often finding that struggle, that balance between head and heart, reality and groundedness. And then it's almost like the ego is tricking me into, oh, you have so many options here, but I don't. Because I'm not grounded enough like the King of Pentacles. Interesting. Or it's almost like I have so many choices ahead of me, I'm just not able to see them because I'm not grounded like the King of Pentacles. That resonates more deeply. Yeah, this is not going to be great. Card 4, a way that my ego influences me. And that was card 3, how it dictates my life. And that is because it's telling me you don't have these options available to you. You don't have any you're the Eight of Swords. You don't have any options. What you see is what you get. And this card is telling me, but you do. There's 7 choices here. There's multiple choices. You just have to pick one. Crazy. Card 4, again, a way that my ego influences me. Got the Magician and the Death card. Oh my God. I've been getting Death a lot lately. To me, the Death goes hand in hand with the Tower. Like, something has to die away in order for the new growth to happen. For something, this new energy that's manifesting here. And again, with the manifesting, this is my favorite Magician card because it literally looks like he's up higher. He's manifesting something below, as above, so below. And he's manifesting it. He's taking on this power himself and creating something. And that was number 4, a way that my ego influences me. And I feel like it goes this way. Because this Death is stopping me from manifesting. It's like, no, you can't. You can't. You're dead. You're dead in the water. You can't manifest anything. And my Magician's over here going, you have all the tools. I showed you the way. Why aren't you doing it? Interesting. Crazy. This is crazy. Card 5. Why I allow my ego so much power. It gets in your head. The Ace of Swords. It's in your head. It's in my head. I'm the Virgo of overthinking everything. And then we have the world. The world is in your hand. You have the world at your feet. You have every opportunity, but you're in your head. And that's where the ego lies, in your head. That's where it attacks. That's crazy. 6. An important lesson I must learn about my ego. I'm scared. 6 of Wands and the Emperor. This is what I'm seeing as the epitome of my ego, this Emperor. Now, this specific Emperor is very laid back, very, very nice, very almost a King of Wands energy here. Normally, though, the Emperor is somebody that's very strict, very guarded, very They may be a teacher. I see them interchangeable with the Hierophant quite often. Kind of, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for. Structured. And that's where, to me, the ego lies. It's like, because you're not doing this and this and this, you're not good enough. Wow, that's quite interesting. An important lesson I must learn about my ego. And then we have the Six of Wands. It's been coming up a lot lately for me. Six of Wands is normally, about celebration. And it's almost like this hierarchy of they're put on a pedestal, usually in RWS, where they're walking on the horse. They're on the horse, riding through town like someone's throwing them a parade. And it's almost like it's the emperor, and that need to feed the ego, almost this need to be the star of the show. The ego is the star of the show, and I say he, but my ego has to be the star of the show. Can't take the backseat, and that's what I see there. That's crazy. And they have this structure, and that's how they kind of break me down, because I'm an outside the box thinker. But they're like, but you have to have the structure. You're not doing something right if you don't have this structure. And again, that's another Virgo trait leading into that as well, feeding into that. Interesting. 7, how I can gain control of my ego. Oh my God, I got the Chariot and the Hierophant, and this is my favorite Hierophant card ever. I don't ever normally like the Hierophant card, but this Hierophant is very wise, very wizened, very old. They've been around the block. They know it all. They know it all, and they are here to teach it all, if you're only willing to listen. And the Chariot is my soul card. The Chariot is it was my year card last year. This is one of my top 5 favorite Chariot cards. It's that driving force that continues on regardless if you're wanting to continue or not. And this is how I'm gaining control of that ego, is to realize, and this is almost kind of putting all of last year into perspective from what I went through in December. It's like by the end of the year, I felt like I was being drugged through the whole year. And in December, it hit me, why are you letting the Chariot drag you? Like, you can stop this train at any moment. And I'm like, what? And that realization hit. Once that realization hit, everything, the chaos stopped. And then that takes us back to the Ace of Swords with the mindfulness. And the ego likes to play tricks on your mind. And that's amazing. That card came up. And important, no. How can I gain control of my ego? Stop the runaway train. And take in that wisdom from the Hierophant. Wow. 8, how my life will change after gaining control of my ego. 6 of Pentacles. There's a lot of give and take there. There's a lot of, it's almost like taming a wild horse, is what I'm hearing. Like, taming a wild horse is the same. And once you learn to tame that ego, there's going to be a give and take there, a relationship to be had, where the ego will no longer rule you. You will have control over it and rule it. And there will be a give and take between the two of you. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles. There will be balance. Balance is key. That, since I started my tarot journey, this card, and no matter what deck it is, has haunted the crap out of me. The 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands is the 2 cards that I'm just like, I'm always hearing balance, let go. 8 of Cups, balance, let go. Stop competing with yourself. And I feel like it's almost all escalated to a point now where it's like, you have to let go. You have to let go of the ego. You have to let go of this. You have to do this. You have to stop competing with yourself. Because if you don't, nothing, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go any further than where you are right now in this stagnation moment. And I've been in the stagnation moment for about 1.5 years now, where I almost feel like I'm the hangman suspended, or the hermit suspended so long in this mode I can't get out of it. And it's terrifying because I would like to continue things. I just don't know how to get out of it. I just had to feel like something went down my throat. Let's have another sip of wine. So that's a very interesting read. It is almost dark, so I'm not going to read into the book or anything. But that was my interview with the ego spread. I thought that was quite interesting, and the questions were riveting in such a way that I'm like, I'm almost scared to pull over these cards and see what they say. But it wasn't that bad. It was, again, things I know. Like, it's almost like the tarot is mocking me. It's like, well, I don't even know why you're pulling me. You know these answers. You know the answers to these questions. Deep down inside, somewhere that the ego isn't a part of, in your soul, you know these answers. You knew these. It's just, it's at a pivotal moment to me, obvious to me. Now, actually taking the action is a whole other ball game, because I can talk the talk, can I walk the walk? And that's the thing I've been stuck with. I know I need to move forward. I know I need to let go of past issues, past pain, past habits of doing these same things over and over and over again. I know these are things that need to go away in order for me to grow as a person, as a human being, as a spiritual person. It's just easier said than done, because when you've fought your whole life to be a certain way and gain control, because I grew up in an abusive home, that's why I think the whole control thing of being a Virgo and needing that control is even more now in the forefront, because I never had it growing up. So now it's hard to, I'm just going to trust in the universe now and just do a trust fall and let go. It's hard to do that, especially when you've managed to finally feel like you've got some kind of control over your life after many years of not having it. It's very hard. I know it needs to be done, and I am always working on that, always working on letting go and trusting that there is something better out there and that I'm headed toward that goal. So yeah, I thought I would bring you guys along with me for my spread. I thought that was quite interesting. I found the questions very intriguing. I would love to see if any of you guys out there do it. If you do, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And have a good night. Bye.